E aí pessoal, tudo bem? Bom, aqui é o Daniel que tá falando. A gente tá aqui jogando o jogo What Remains of Edith Finch. Esse é o segundo episódio. A gente tá após, né, a morte da Molly. E a gente vai continuar de onde parou, tá? Vamos lá, jogar. Ver o que mais que tem pra gente. Já viu aqui que quando a gente aperta o ESC, né? Mostra pra gente as pessoas da família, né? Então como ela já descobriu, agora que ela descobriu a história da Molly, vamos ver o resto, né? Quem vai ser? Com certeza deve ser pra gente sair daqui, né? Vou conferir se tá gravando. Ah, tá.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Edith, não vai cair daí não, hein? Então você vai somar. Ficou legal essas ondas aí, hein? Muito boa. Detalhe, quando eu clico em alguma coisa,
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
tem que empurrar o mouse pra poder abrir. É interessante. Que esse gostava de passarinhos. É cobra? Eu, hein? Ah, interessante. Será que... não lembro tão bem isso, mas ó, Bob, Burp. Uma ideia, esse aqui acho que saiu, né? Bob, Blurp. Provavelmente essa pessoa tinha passarinhos e eles faleceram. Não lembro de tudo, realmente. Foi
We got
muito bom.
along and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Muito bom ter jogado esse jogo de novo, quer dizer.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum.
De coisa mesmo, uma espada maneira ali. Acho que é a espada turca. A que a gente viu do lado de fora. Que tinha um milhão de livros, essa família lia muito. Legal, imagina a quantidade de conhecimento que eles tinham, né? Se tornou velhinho, então. Acho.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ela. Tava falando errado aí. Que bonito. Faz meu tipo,
The only
mas
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
faz
It
meu
was a
tipo.
pretty big trace.
Não faz muito meu tipo, mas é bonito sim. Estranho. Acho que isso aqui deveria ser um vidro. E talvez na época eles não conseguiram projetar o próprio personagem, né? Isso era muito difícil. Eu acho que ali tem alguma continuidade. Ah, não.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It
Legal,
isn't
velho.
in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
entra não, entra não, entra não. Volta, volta, tem coisa mais pra ver. Pô, tomara que dê pra voltar. Vai, volta. Aê. Eu deixei coisa pra trás. Não queria continuar, não. Porta lacrada aqui, né? E ó. E mole.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Troca isso. Tem um botão aqui que eu acho que dá pra passar as fotos. Eu apertei errado. Bem. Eu imagino que deve ser... Não, outra vez clicar.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Tudo desde o início. Botou errado, foi mal, gente. Ok.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Odin se foi.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Bonitinho. Legal, hein? Tem tudo aqui, cara. 1937. Bom, chegou o momento. Muito legal essa engenhoca do livro ali que eles fizeram, né? Revelavam as
Sven
fotos.
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Legal. Revelavam aqui, né? Newton. Forte. Calvin. Caraca, que legal, tá?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Esse aqui é o sonho de toda criança, né? Ter um quarto assim, com um lugarzinho mais alto. Posso brincar, né? Olha isso, que legal.
And that he never talked about him.
A gente que não tinha condição, a gente tinha que fazer uma cabaninha com lençol, né? Legal.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
É, eu só não concordo com esse monte de vela aqui, né? Se for colocado depois, aí pode ser, mas pra criança é bom.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Tem um ali do lado. Tá filmando, tirando foto, sei lá. E eu tô aqui, né?
My
Cada
brother
botão do
said
mouse.
he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Ok. Cada botão do mouse que eu clico, o botão direito mexe com a perna direita, ó. Botão esquerdo mexe com a perna esquerda. É interessante, né? Bom, imagino que é pra balançar. Peraí.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Toda criança já quis fazer isso,
Maybe if I
né?
hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Caraca.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Conseguiu?
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Toda criança já tentou fazer isso. Só que já vimos que ele né? É, melhor que morrer queimado com esse monte de vela aqui aceso.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Ok, esse aqui é o Sam.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Deixa eu acho que já acabou aqui. Ah, não. Ali. Voltou. Adoro esses negocinhos. Maneiro, hein? Espetacular. Que construtor, hein?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ok. Aqui eu volto, né? Pra onde eu tava. É isso aí. E aqui eu continuo, vou continuar.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Bárbara. O que aconteceu com você? Tá grandinha. Mãe do ferro de passar roupa. Monstrão. Acho que isso um dia foi um bolo. Cara, é muito interessante ver as coisas tudo jogadas assim. Tá? Eu digo
I
isso
never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
eu já vi lugares assim, tá? Tem vídeos no YouTube de lugares de pessoas ricas, né? Que abandonaram tudo, não existe mais nada, e supostamente morreu tudo, sobrou uma pessoa. E fica assim, ó, igual essa casa.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Falhou.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Eu tô controlando.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Bom, essa aí é a música de um filme, né? Eu espero que não... O YouTube, por favor, não pegue como direitos autorais. Deixa eu até andar aqui. O correto é eu ficar falando pra que no YouTube
She
não...
found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Vai lá, bate, vamos bater. Eu tenho que continuar falando, tá? Pra atrapalhar, que o leitor do YouTube não vai verificar o arquivo e não vai ver que essa música tem direitos autorais. Tá bom? Então, vamos lá. Vamos ver se a gente vai.
The gang's leader is the infamous
Nervosa, hein?
Wolfman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ok. Ixi. Ah, era esse namorado, hein? Muito. Muito legal, cara. Tô jogando um desenho. Vamos lá. Uma geladeira.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and...
She
Oh, my.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
and she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Ah!
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Eu amarrei nisso. Tô jogando. Parece que é uma revista de quadrinhos. Ah, interessante, as portas não estão seladas, ó.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Imagina que voltar lá pra dentro ela não vai querer, né? Talvez pela janela.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Entendi.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Ah, vou bater.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
É igual nos filmes, ele sempre tem que sumir, né? Quando você chega lá embaixo, ele sumiu. É? Vamos lá, sexta-feira 13, eu acho. Vamos ver se tá aí. Sempre, ó. Cadê o cara?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Meia-noite. Eu deveria ter passado o tempo, né? Quem tocou a campainha?
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Eu lembrei.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time.
Olha.
He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ok.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Bem, né, cara?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
É, Bárbara. Morreu feio. Dá pra saber realmente o que aconteceu, né? É bem interpretativo, mas interessante. Bigfoot. Meu amigo pé grande.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Cara, tinha uma orelha dentro dela, né? Pra não mexer com isso. Me acostumei com a interação do jogo. Ok, pronto. Aqui a câmera não funcionou. Cabo. De novo. Não. Tá agarrado? Orelha, né? Tem a caixa de música. Deu a dica ainda. Desce aí. Gira. Volta a chave. Muito legal isso. Adoro enigmas.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
A pegadinha que o cara fez com ela sujou tudo aqui de sangue. Nossa.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Talvez se ela não tivesse expulsado o namorado dela pela brincadeira que ele fez com
I thought
ela, né?
maybe she was hiding presents.
Ela tivesse sobrevivido. Se o cara também não foi encontrado, significa que provavelmente ele morreu também, então...
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Não tô vendo nada.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Walter, deixa eu ver na árvore aqui. Walter. Aqui.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Eita.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Legal. Horror.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Gente, 30 anos preso o biquinho. Preciso ir embora. Quando ainda posso. Não dá pra ir do outro lado não? Quero ver o que tem ali. Dá mais um. Aparecendo Resident Evil 7. Menos latas de comida.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Bom, ali provavelmente foi o lugar que quebrou, né? É onde ele tava. E ali é o final do túnel. Bora.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Olha, isso foi burrice.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Sinistro isso. Foi burrice. Foi burrice. Na verdade, ele confiou que não tinha mais o trem, porque ele disse que parou, né? Aqueles tremores, né? Então na cabeça dele não tinha mais.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Claro. Óbvio que sua mãe tá te protegendo. mais que tem aqui? Aqui é o banheiro do cara. Funcionou durante 30 anos. Caramba. A gente que tá na pandemia agora, imagina se o vírus fosse mais sinistro. Permanecesse nas coisas, animais, frutas e tudo mais. A gente ia ter que morar em um lugar assim, ó. Provavelmente. Ah, entendi. Enganar o cérebro humano.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Essa mulher é sinistra pra esconder as coisas, né? Passar uma informação pra ela.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Sinistro. Estranho.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Ah, legal. A cruz. Pra lembrar dele. Legal. Triste, né, cara? Pena que o cara desse mole.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Eita, automático, legal, hein? Gente, eu vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou encerrar o episódio por agora, tá? A gente se vê no próximo episódio. Quem puder, se inscreve no canal, dá um joinha. Eu agradeço muito, tá? E, bom, é isso. Até mais.